Gathering around the TV to watch the longest-running holiday special, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. The CBS television special features Hermie, the elf who wants to be a dentist, Santa, of course, and the star of the show, Rudolph. The debut specialed in 1964, but over the years, the actual puppets deteriorated. Now, Time and Space Toys has brought them back to life for the 40th anniversary of the pop culture classic. The puppets are going to go on display this weekend at a collectible show at the Pittsburgh Expo Mart. Kevin and Alana Kreis of Time and Space Toys are here to talk about the puppets' recovery and restoration. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
And you guys are from Zelienople, too.
Yes,
so
we are.
they're living right in our area.
They are right in the Pittsburgh area.
I love it. So what happened to them? Where were they all these years?
They were in an attic of a relative of an employee of the production company, Rankin Bass, but no one at the production company even knew because they were discarded in the early 70s. And they were given to some kids to play with as toys once they were kind of thrown out. And those kids are now grown up, and they still had them in their attic, and they brought them out for sale, and we picked it up from there to try to bring them back and get them back out to the people.
I guess they never realized 40 years ago that this would be still so popular as this
Not
day.
at all. No, they thought it was just going to be on the air one time.
Sure.
And then they're on to the next project, next film, and the historical significance of that at that time was never thought of. It was just like, we're done with these. We captured it on film, so on we go.
Well, let's take a close-up look at these guys right here, because these are the originals. They were in the movie. Tell me what they looked like before, and then what you had to do to get them to look like they do now.
Well, when we found them, they were, after they were played with and used as Christmas decorations, they were in pretty poor shape, plus sitting in an attic for 30 years didn't help. Rudolph's nose was lost, half of Santa's mustache was lost. That was about all that was actually lost, but there were a lot of broken internal parts. The wire armatures to do the animation and so forth were broken. They were made of lead. Lead broke and deteriorated. They were very dirty, dusty. There was some decay in some of the parts.
And I love, you said half the mustache was gone. You can't even tell which one's the real one and which one was the new one. It's done so well. You must have had a special company that does this.
Screen Novelties, which is a stop-motion animation studio of today. They do such things like Robot Chicken on the Cartoon Network and such. We're already experts at this type of stop-motion puppetry, so they were the perfect, place to go to get this done.
And it's a picture of the before and the after, and you can see, wow, how bad the disrepair was. How about to get the Rudolph's nose working? I read the nose was totally gone.
It was totally gone, so we used just a complete new bulb. Now, they took Rudolph completely apart, and they found some of the internal wirings were still in place and everything, but they had to replace the bulb.
I'm so surprised how little they are. I said they look so big on TV. I guess people say that about us. Oh, you look so big on TV. How do they actually make them look so animated in the movie like we're seeing?
Well, it's a classic animation process. A lot of people think of it as like claymation or something, but they're actually not clay, obviously. They're fabric dolls, and they would just shoot a frame and then move it a bit and
just
shoot
like
another frame.
Like a couple millimeters. I mean, that little bit of amount.
A person would actually come in and do a little bit of posing and then shoot another shot, and all those frames would be put together as animation. And it's still done today, although a lot of people forget about it because of Pixar and CGI and so forth. But Tim Burton and some other people today still do the old-fashioned stop motion.
What do you think the allure is of this particular show and this type of animation? I mean, why has it been so lasting?
Well, if you recall back in those days, there wasn't any VCRs or DVDs, and it was on once a year, so it was an event. It was a family event. Everybody got together. You blocked it out in the TV guide. This is the night Rudolph's on. It's a special thing. You get to stay up late. So everybody gathered around at that time, as opposed to today where there's lots of entertainment options and DVDs, and so the event aspect is gone.
Yeah, but people still remember that, and maybe that's why they want to make it an event again. Alana, tell me about some of these other toys you've got here.
We brought a small sampling of some of the merchandise we sell from the Rankin Bass classic specials we all remember. This, of course, is Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, some of the different figurines.
Is this the Abominable Snowman?
Abominable Snowman or Bumble that everybody loved or feared, depending on the age you were. This is the Santa Claus is Coming to Town.
Okay.
Burgermeister, Meister Burgers, everybody's favorite character. character everybody talks about. And Year Without a Santa Claus, here we have the action figures, and there's some little ornaments there. And then, of course, we can't forget about Frosty the Snowman.
Yes.
And then we pride ourselves of having the largest selection of Rudolph merchandise in the world. You can kind of come here and get everything. And this is just a sampling of some of the things, other ornaments, games, even salt and pepper shakers, dolls.
And to find them, just go to Time and Space Toys. I Googled it. It's easy to
Yep.
find. You're an
Easy to
online
find, that's
store.
correct.
And you're going to be at the Expo Mart this weekend. Tell me about the pictures with Santa, this Santa and the big Santa.
Yeah, to make it fun for people to come out and see, you know, the real Rudolph, we thought, you know, it's December, people want to get their picture taken with Santa. So Santa Claus himself will be in our booth, in his throne, with one of his elf friends, and so kids can come out, you can bring your whole family, kids can get their picture taken with Santa. In the same photo, we'll have the actual Rudolph in the photo, so it'll be a little souvenir collectible that you can take, and that's you know, visits with Santa are free, and the photo op is free with a purchase.
You can buy whatever toy, all these other fun toys.
All these
too.
toys will be there, yes. Yeah.
Kevin?
All these properties are also made by the same studio, Rankin Bass.
All right, Kevin and Alana, thank you so much.
you.
Great to have you here with us, and thanks for all this wonderful work you had done. And you can see the original Santa and the Rudolph puppets at the Pittsburgh Toy, Comic, and Collectible Show. That's this weekend at the Pittsburgh Expo Mart in Monroeville.